Hey, Howard Jacobson here from Plant Yourself, Sick to Fit and Well Start Health. I want to tell you about the most annoying and dispiriting moment that I ever have as a health coach. It comes at the end of a really good session where I've worked with someone, I've helped them identify the goal that they're trying to get to, some steps along the way. We've role-played situations and identified potential stumbling blocks, come up with plans for it. They're in a great place. They're feeling good. And then before they say thank you so much, and before we disengage, and this is either individually or sometimes part of a coaching group, they say, okay, wish me luck. And deep down, something precious inside me just wilts. And I get over it very quickly, and I hope I don't leak. I hope they can't tell that I'm undergone a great internal trauma, because I now expect it. But it's hard to hear someone that you've just worked with on a goal, a plan, contingencies, understandings, to then say, wish me luck. Now, I understand where they're coming from. Partly, it's a thing you say to people when they embark on a new project, right? Hey, wish me luck. Partly, though, they think they need luck. And so what I want to say to them is a quote from the book I Shall Wear Midnight by Terry Pratchett. I commend you for your adherence to your position and wish you, no, not luck, but certainty. Not luck, but certainty. I wish you certainty. Because what does it mean when someone says, wish me luck? That means the outcome is not in your control. And which means that no matter what work we've done, there is still a part of your mind that thinks that it's not up to you, that it depends. It depends on how strong your cravings are. It depends on what other people invite you to do. It depends on if you get into a fight with someone. It depends on how hungry you are and whether the store you want to stop at is open or whether there's a long line outside. It depends, which means ultimately you will fail. Because if I wish you luck and you need luck in order to succeed, guess what? Your luck is going to run out someday. So I've gotten cleverer in my coaching. I now assume that the conversation about luck is going to happen in the middle. So I speed things up, we go through it, and then when the person thinks they're done, they'll say, okay, wish me luck. And I'll say, interesting. What do you need luck for? And then we can go deep into what behavior change really means and what commitment really means. Remember that quote, I commend you for your adherence to your position. That means you have taken a position and it means something to you. So luck is, I'm going in for an operation and I hope it comes out okay. I hope I live and I hope it's a success. There I would wish you luck. If you are playing in a tournament against someone else, I'd say, I wish you luck. I wish the wind is in your favor. I hope you wake up without a stomach ache that day. Things outside of your direct control. But when the issue is what you put in your mouth and whether you get up and go for a walk and whether you sit down to meditate, then there's no room for luck. Then what I wish you is certainty. And what I will work with you to get is certainty. So why do you think you need luck? Why do people think they need luck? It's because deep down, they have bitten off more than they can chew to impress me, or because they think this is what they have to do. And it's so rare, it is almost unheard of that someone has to change completely on a dime overnight. Maybe if you're being wheeled into the ER for open heart surgery and you pass Dr. Esselstyn in the hallway and he says, do you want to avoid surgery? And you said, yeah, I do. And he says, okay, here's what you got to do. Then maybe you don't get a ramp. But for most of us, most of the time, we don't have to do the hardest possible thing straight away. So you want to reduce the amount of saturated fat in your diet, and you just can't imagine giving up cheese. And we go through this whole process whereby we replace the cheese with other things. We use some plant-based cheese. We do a mindfulness exercise before you reach for the cheese. We set up a plan whereby you don't go down this aisle in the supermarket, so you don't reach for the cheese. You have an internal mantra to say that cheese is not food for me anymore, and you do all the things, and you still, in your heart, think this is going to be too hard. There's no way I can do it. And yet you're going to collude with me, your coach, to say, you know, I can do this. I'm confident, but wish me luck. No. Now we're going to go back and say, what do you need luck for? What do you think is going to happen? Seriously, if you had to bet, if you had to put a serious amount of money on the outcome, would you bet for yourself or against yourself? And that conversation can lead to, well, then what would you bet on yourself about? What about having less cheese? What about having 4 slices a week instead of 7? What about replacing one of your pizzas with a cheeseless pizza and then sprinkling some Daiya or Kite Hill or Miyoko's on it instead of the dairy cheese? Can we make it small enough that you would bet on yourself? That's when we don't need luck anymore. So if you are in that situation where you want to make a change and you find yourself thinking, okay, wish me luck, whether you're saying it to someone else or just internally, like, yeah, this is the week that I'm finally going to handle my stress and start meditating, wish me luck, then dial it back until it's something that you don't need luck for. Maybe it's a single mindful breath when you wake up in the morning, a single mindful breath at noon based on an alarm. Seriously, you need luck for that? Do you need the wind to be blowing in a certain direction so you can achieve that? Of course not. So see what you're willing to bet on yourself. See what the circumstance has to be that only a sucker would bet against you. For coaches, this is a really important learning because the wish me luck line is a tell. It's an indication that the person is planning to fail. And you can't let them get away with it. So you can't let that be the last thing they say before you sign off and go to your next call. You have to front load the commitment so that when you get to the luck question, and you can force it. You can force it by saying, how confident are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Then they'll say something and you can challenge that. Really? How much would you bet? So you preempt that throwaway wish me luck at the end of the coaching session. And if you aren't yet at the point where you're even ready to make a change, or you're at the point where you'd like to, but you don't know how, then check out my laser coaching. It's a full year of unlimited one-on-one 15-minute sessions, so you can fit them in. You don't need a full hour devoted to our coaching. And I'm making special pandemic pricing available. Pay what you can pay from the heart. And I'm setting a minimum just to protect my own mortgage and grocery payments of $83 a month. If you'd like to become a health coach, check out wellstartcoach.com. The next session starts this coming Monday, so hurry and go to Wellstart Coach, read all about it. And if you're interested, sign up toot sweet for an enrollment interview because the program starts on Monday and our first group call, which is the really hard deadline, is Wednesday, the 20th of May. Hope this is helpful. I'm not going to wish you luck. Instead, I will wish you certainty. Be well, my friends.